Yo, yo, yo. Hello, everyone.
You can't commit to it.
I couldn't commit to it. It happened already.
Oh, culper.
Yeah. Caleb's back.
Yep, I'm here.
We got for us tonight, Caleb. You're the backbone of this
I'm glad
charade.
to admit that I was wrong.
Yeah, man, I was listening to our last one.
What did we say? We were like?
Caleb just kept going, Trump is definitely going to win. Landslide.
But did I say landslide?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I don't like. I
don't
probably
look
did. No, I probably did. But
well, if you take all the dead voters out.
yeah, I'm glad that I was wrong. But
You're glad you're wrong?
yeah,
You wanted Biden to win?
no, but like, I'm just glad that like what I was thinking was going to happen didn't, because I just like, I don't know, it like I didn't want to be right in a sense, because like the reasons that I thought Trump was gonna win, like now I have to figure out why the fuck Biden won, and that's, you know what I mean, like
Because he didn't, Caleb.
well, and here, yeah, and that's what I was gonna follow it up with is at the same time I think I'm gonna die on the hill that Trump is the president. Like, first off, Biden, who I refer to him as not my president, but there's probably gonna be a bunch of bullshit for the next couple of months, and they might even overturn it and declare Trump the president.
If that happens, it's all burning. They're going to burn this whole country.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what they want. Like, and I would not be surprised. Yeah, it's perfect the way that it happened. So
Yeah.
everybody went to bed thinking, "Oh, Trump's got this." They wake up. There's all the conservatives now, all voter fraud, which it is shady as hell. All of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
no
they
doubt.
already, in Michigan, they already they were talking about they were having to give Trump back 6,000 votes in one county because of the software that was used was not working properly, and
When
they
you put a
used
Trump
that
vote in, it gave you
software,
a Biden vote.
I guess, and that's the only thing that could have happened.
Right?
They're
I mean, how
giving
do you-
him the votes and
Sure.
taking them from Biden, and they used that software in 37 counties in Michigan.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so it was 6,900 votes they were giving him back in one county. And
That could be a lot of fucking votes.
yeah,
Then.
but
back to what you were saying, you said that could be the
Yeah,
plan.
so I think, it could be the plan to do this. So now, all the Democrats are elated. We got him out. We got him out. And then they challenge this in court. They find all this stuff. They reverse it. Both sides are even more mad than when they started.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and at each other's throats, which is
I didn't follow
what they
like
want.
any of the other like positions for the elections and stuff, but like didn't the Republicans basically win everything else?
Well, yeah, so they said it was going to be this blue wave. Like, all the polls were like, it's going to be big.
They say that every 4 years.
The Senate is going to, I think they're still, like, counting stuff, but I think they're going to keep the Senate by 2 seats, which they were supposed to, like, lose, like, I don't know. They were supposed to, I think the Senate stays the same number of seats, I think. The Republicans picked up one they weren't supposed to, and then the House, they picked up seats too, but they won't, I don't think they'll control the House.
Gotcha.
But yeah. It's going to be...
So they won't control the House, but they will control the Senate.
Yeah.
So even if, like, let's say Biden stays in, like, he won't be able to get much done the first 4 years because they won't allow some of these crazier things like gun buybacks. And
I feel like it happens like this every 4 years. Like, whichever party wins the presidency, another party wins a controlling factor of another part of government, and then they just like
it's a stymie.
It's a dead standstill, and nothing ever gets done, and that's why government is so inefficient. But I think that's like on purpose, by design.
Well, it was supposed to be that way when they set it up, but I don't know. I guess we'll see, but I think it's going to be pretty chaotic. Because can you imagine what's going to happen the night if they reverse it to Trump and he gets inaugurated? They are going to riot everywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. It's almost like, would it be better to just be like,
I honestly think like it may be better long term if Biden's in there because there are a lot of people that are reasonably freedom minded, but they're more so Trump acolytes. So no matter what Trump says, they go with him. And so, with the vaccines and the masks and all that stuff, if it's Biden saying it, I think they'll be saying "fuck you."
Right.
Whereas with Trump, it was like,
we might could turn them into anarchists and get them off of this fucking bullshit two-party paradigm.
Yeah.
So this could be good.
Maybe.
I'm thinking about going full socialist and just taking in all the benefits while I can.
Hey,
listen, I've heard people
getting on the state as much as possible, and
I've heard people make arguments that taking that kind of stuff is actually moral because it's going to lead to the faster downfall of because they can't sustain what they have.
Yeah.
So,
and most of the people that paid those taxes that would be paying were dumbass Trump supporters or this or that shouldn't be voting in the first place and paying taxes in the first place. So if you're dumb enough to pay taxes, I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Get their asses.
I've been watching
Get my ass.
Shameless. I'm like taking my notes from Frank. Like I'm about to start working the system.
Caleb, listen. I have to admit, every time you tell me to watch a show, it's fucking great.
Caleb knows his shows.
First Wire, then True Detective, and we just started Luther. And
yes,
even the first episode, I was like, this is going to be awesome.
The first 5 minutes of the first episode are intense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because isn't he hanging from the at the very beginning? It's that guy hanging from the thing, and he's giving him an ultimatum, basically. Yeah,
I've realized I do like British shows because they're kind of funnier, and it may just be because I'm not as familiar with the culture or whatever.
Mm.
But just they say stuff that's more unexpected sometimes, and also I think the acting's probably better because they do not give a fuck if you are good looking.
Yeah,
they will cast some ugly bitch in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
fuck you. You're looking at this woman for 6 seasons.
Yeah. At least Idris Elba's gorgeous.
But he's the only attractive person in that show. That Alice chick. Well, I've only made it through 2 episodes, but that Alice chick, she's not particularly attractive.
She isn't unattractive.
Yeah, but she's not.
Has a strange.
Yeah.
She has a really large mouth.
Yeah, and that top lip that kind of sticks out. But I think that's a lot of British people, man. I've seen a few people in this show tuck that fucking thing in.
Brits are just gross.
There's someone in that show who's in Game of Thrones. His wife, Zoe. Have you seen her?
Oh, yeah, I didn't put that together.
She's
she's the mom of the,
girl or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize that's who that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
It's a great show, man. You should watch it, Daniel.
Maybe.
You use my Amazon Prime. It's on there. It's free.
You calling me out. You're like...
You're leeching off of me.
Yeah,
you might as well be watching the right stuff.
If you're going to keep doing it, I'm going to start making you watch certain things.
That'd be really
I wonder
funny,
if I can restrict your account. I'll just control what the fuck you watch.
I only have access to certain things.
I see you watch something banned. I'm just Owen Benjamin with the band.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Listen, if you guys... I'm not kidding. Watching him is so entertaining sometimes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I
haven't watched him in a while, and I need to. I need to.
It's just so funny. I don't know if it's arrogance or just he's so convinced the way he sees things because he's reading that chat at the same time. I know you've seen it, but it'll just be but Big Bear, so and so, and it'll just be some benign, and he'll go, and you are banned for life.
He lets that power get to his head a little bit.
Yeah, that's not good to completely ignore any kind of counter to anything you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. We're out of shit to talk about.
Yeah. We did 10 minutes. We could upload it and Tim be like, Jason, what the fuck?
I can give you guys some more show suggestions.
You know what my favorite British show is?
What's that?
The Inbetweeners.
Yeah, it's one of the best. Classic. The movies are great.
Yeah. gold.
I want to watch the British Shameless.
There's such a thing.
It's the original. They did it like with The Office.
Too bad they suck though and don't go anywhere with it. And we got to take those shows over and make something out of them.
They ran 22 series.
Fuck them. No, they didn't.
They did. And it's way different. Like after season 1, it's like I don't know exactly, but from like after a couple of seasons, I'm pretty sure the US version completely shoots off and goes away from like their story.
I gotcha.
Like in the British version, Fiona's in like 30 episodes and it runs for 22 seasons. And like Frank and Lip are like basically the two men. They're in like every episode.
Yeah.
And she leaves the show after a couple of seasons. And
should've
she's the
stuck with
worst
that.
part of the US
that.
version. And so like I'm watching the season 9 right now, I think, and like their season 10 is out. And
I don't think I've gotten past 6 or something. I haven't watched it in a while.
But like it's so hard to watch because it's so political and just like liberal PC bullshit just shoved down your throat. And then they've always done this throughout the show where Frank is like, he's like the voice of reason. Like he'll say stuff that like I agree with, but Frank is the drunk,
biggest piece
terrible
of shit.
father, addict, scum, derelict, loser. You know what I mean? Like, and so they always do that. Like they give you the little bits of good things from the person that you shouldn't trust, that you shouldn't listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate new like seasons of TV shows.
I know, man. It's terrible.
It's all really going to shit.
Yeah.
Because they can't make anything without putting that shit in it.
Mhm.
Like it's so great. Like if you watch, like older, and I don't mean really older movies, but I mean like older Denzel Washington movies and stuff like that. They don't have anything in them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Like shows like that should be about character development and like personal storylines and problems that happen in people's lives or whatever the theme of the show is, not like bringing in outer worldly politics into the show and writing it into your episodes to like covertly tell everyone your fucking opinions on things, like, because it's not covert, but like they're putting it in there and it's so fucking annoying and it ruins the whole integrity of the show.
Do you think this stuff will end? Like, do you think it'll ever get back to just like
No.
we just make some sort of content that isn't?
I think that like I think there are people who are making good content and not doing that, and so
where is it?
I mean, I don't know exactly, but like there's things out there. There's stuff that's being made that isn't just straight up trash.
I don't know when the last time I've watched something new like that. No, I'll tell you what. Like I haven't watched the last season, but Yellowstone, I started to say that it does have the only thing in it is like just this victim like Native American thing is in it, and there's that. But that's like
shit, man.
Such a minor part of it.
Time.
I know, but it's hard for me to be up. I'm not saying that, but it's hard for me to be like. It's like it's modern time, and they're still like, well, the white man just won't let us do anything, and we just have to get back at the white man and that kind of stuff. Like it's them being mad at white people now that had nothing to do with that.
I mean, like Longmire's like that with that exact scenario. Like, but I think I don't know. In Longmire, it's like more like understandable with the way the police handle things and the reservation police handle things, and like it's like it kind of makes more sense within the story of that show, but they still do that like to an extent where it's like the white man is like that, they're like essentially racist towards anyone who's white because of things in the past, but
and then it's just that kind of just a victim mindset. Like you can agree that stuff happened before that wasn't good and still be like, okay, well, I'm not going to let that affect how I am now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's the only way. I mean, like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Just keep bitching?
Yeah. I mean, even if shit happened to you now and it legitimately somebody victimized you, it's not going to help you to sit there and just think about that constantly. Yeah. That's going to cripple you.
Sure. But, I mean, it's got to be hard not to think about it. Right? Yeah. Especially, like, if it, like, I totally get it being more difficult if it was like, okay, that happened last week. I can't get over this that quick.
Yeah.
But when it's generations down the line and we live where we live, where you can commit voter fraud and become a president, you know. Jesus. Go be a president.
I liked that video that Austin sent that was like Selection Day instead of Election Day.
I sent that, but...
Did you send that?
You can give him credit if you like.
I thought Austin sent it.
No.
I guess he's the one who turned us on to Corbett Report.
He commented on it and said it's the best
Yeah.
news channel. But it's okay. Like, he can have the credit.
He deserves it.
He does.
I mean... Maybe it'll, like, his confidence will be so boosted that it'll raise his height a little bit. Love you, buddy. He won't listen to this anyway. Man.
Did you guys see it was going around? It was like this video, and it was like Donald Trump's concession speech, and it cuts in right. Like, have y'all both seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Okay, so it cuts in right when he's getting up there and telling everybody he's leaving, and then he goes, "But I'd be a hypocrite," or whatever, and then he goes, "You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving." And he goes, "It's going to take helicopters and the National Guard to pull me out of my home." Like, it was just so funny thinking about
that's exactly what's going to happen, though, essentially. Like, but more like just battling in the courts until something changes.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking...
It's going to be entertaining.
Ridiculous.
And sit back and watch it.
Man, I like... During the whole election process, all I did was Google election results and just kept like refreshing it to see the like states and the turnout. I didn't watch any fucking commentating or anything. I just like was like I don't want to hear it because it's all fucking BS. Anything they say is not gonna happen. Like the predictions they make, it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I watched Crowder just because. I needed somebody to watch, and I couldn't. I put it on just like, I don't know, I can't remember what it was. It was just a mainstream. It wasn't CNN. It wasn't Fox. So it was. Give me some more.
CBS,
ABC,
something like that, and it was just horrible. It was just so like this is. Yeah. There was a lady talking, and she was worse than Biden with her speech. Like she just like just that.
Yeah,
spit it out. Do you talk for a living?
I can't watch this. Like,
yeah.
And at least Crowder had like some decent guests that came on. You know what I mean? Like that was fun to watch. Like to see Alex Jones pop on, and he's drunk out of his fucking mind. Like that's always funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he did that.
There was some video, and I could never hear like the audio of it, but it was like Alex Jones trying to start an insurrection. It was him in the middle of this giant group of people just.
I want to hang out with him so bad. Like
their website's down. Did y'all see that picture?
Yeah, you sent that.
Austin sent it.
Oh,
that one. I'm
Sure
I'm taking credit for it since Austin got credit for something else. Yeah, I sent that one. Their website's been shut down.
Huh. How is that possible? How do you?
It said it was like a technical attack. You got the text too, motherfucker.
Man, listen. I don't get any of y'all's messages. My phone does not work when I'm at my house. Every single thing comes in as individual text from each one of you,
like
and they're all downloadable. Like, you know how you have to like press something to download it, right? It's like
get a new fucking phone, dude.
Dude, no, it's because I'm using I don't have any service. I don't have any service over there, and so I'm on Wi-Fi calling.
This guy, get a new fucking phone. We couldn't call you for like 3 years because your phone was fucked up.
I have a new phone now.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's so frustrating. Because I keep getting messages coming in, and they come through, but they come through instead of in the group message.
My phone does that sometimes too.
You're missing out on some golden shit.
I'll catch it like 2 weeks later when I'm at work or something, and it switches, and they'll all come through. Or no, if I don't go to each one of y'all and download them again when I have actual service, like they expire. And it's not even pictures. It's like 2-word text.
You're missing out on like the when
maybe your group message is off.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I went through all my settings the other day. I'm telling you, it's been irritating me.
I'm treating you like a child. Like
it's okay. I'm
you
really
don't
bad
know what
with.
you're doing.
I'm really bad with tech stuff. Computers.
Mm.
I'm coming to sit behind one.
Planning on make a career out of.
Oh God.
You're missing out on that string with St. Clair in it. Like, I don't know. It was probably like a week and a half ago, that text message string where, like, I don't know. I was at my kid's jiu-jitsu thing, and him and Austin were going back and forth, and it was great.
I think I got some of that. Like, I think because it was so much coming through, I was like, all right, this must be good.
We were making fun of you, too.
Oh, well, I missed that.
Because you can't drink.
Damn.
I thought you were pretty quiet.
No, it was not because I was like upset.
Did you not hear? You didn't get the one where St. Clair was like, if he was like, if I'm ever drinking and my wife's not, I just tell her, you remember you took my last name, right?
I think I did see that one like a day or two later.
Listen, I think if we could get in the mindset of just that kind of shit, just say what you want to get a reaction. That's got to be the most fun way to live. Like, I was thinking today as I was driving, I really, before I die, I want to do this. I want to be in a conversation that's a little heated with a group of men, and then I want a hysterical woman, like a feminist woman, to come up, and I want to look at her and go, if she's already hyped up, I want to say, sweetie, shh, the men are talking, go back over there. Like,
I say sexist things to women all the time. Like, not like in a sexual way, like just
not sexual
about how they're weak
harassment.
and they suck and they're not good at things. Like, because they aren't. Most of the time I don't get any backlash because they're weaker than me.
Not as intelligent.
It's right.
They can't think of anything to say.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I'm with you.
Caleb, I think we're pretty clear on our position on women, and you're always quiet. So,
always
like, what
quiet.
the fuck?
You love women.
I agree with you that women are inferior to men. 100%.
Yeah. All right.
In every way, except that they can make babies. If they couldn't do that, we wouldn't have them.
This is my thing about that, though. Like, because the inferior thing is a joke.
No, it's not.
Because without that crazy, incredible miracle, like, none of us could exist. Sure. And that...
And they worked so hard for that ability.
Makes us equal, because they can do that one thing. All the things we do, and that one thing is enough for them, in my opinion.
God, I wish St. Clair was here.
Like, I mean,
I feel like he'd have something to weigh in with us.
He'll probably text me.
No.
Like,
yeah. No.
He's gonna be here next week, right?
Yeah. Sunday night.
Next Sunday.
well, I can't wait to argue with you about it next Sunday.
I hope he gets on here with us. I hope we can sneak away for a second and record.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, we talked about it, I think, on the last one. Like, obviously, like, when it comes to military and things like that, like, I don't think, and with the whole, like, transgender thing where they're letting men compete with women, and these trans women are dominating in the female fields. Like, yeah, because their body is a man's body.
Yeah.
They're a man. And so they're going to win. Like, that's just the way it is. And there are, what do you call it? Like outliers.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's a woman out there that could beat the fucking shit out of me, for sure.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, if Ronda Rousey comes in here, she's going to kill me.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't know. I think I could take her.
I'm gonna knock that bitch out.
No, I just don't like her.
She'd whoop my ass.
Yeah, she would beat all three of us, like a 3-on-1.
time, yeah.
No, definitely not. Take that back.
Yeah, I will
No
take
way.
that back, because we could overpower
Absolutely.
her. Yeah.
You're not going to be getting a lot of...
She's
maybe
actually
you guys.
really short. Like, I was watching something where she was getting mad at Miesha Tate when they were doing their feud during, like, that one of the Ultimate Fighter seasons was she was a coach and Miesha Tate was a coach. And she was, like, getting all up in her face, trying to start a fight, like, in the fucking, not when it's time for all that shit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, this guy was probably like a big fucking dude, but he was probably like 6'5" maybe or something. But he like was like standing there like, hey, back up. And like she's like just like barely coming up.
Yeah,
like midway,
right
and I'm like, damn, she's actually really, really short.
I think I'm stronger than her.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, but
she has skills in fighting.
Strength has nothing to do with it.
Of course, you probably are.
She's like a jiu-jitsu master.
See, not
master, but she's really good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
She
but
would,
she would saying,
destroy
like,
you.
if you two can distract her, I'm gonna get her. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna get her.
I got her.
I'll just be the fodder. You just push me at her. She'll put me in some kind of fucking hole.
No,
and then you just start.
We'll get you
I'll
out.
spear her, right? She'll get me in a guillotine, choke me out. But while she's doing that, you two she'll be on the ground.
Dude,
you two
I'm gonna kick her in the head.
Yeah. We love you, Ronda Rousey. Please don't come after us.
Come on. if you're willing to take on the three of us, we'll set this match up.
I mean, I would do it if it was like a legitimate thing. No kicking in the head.
Of course.
I'm not agreeing to that because that's too far.
I mean, I'll kick you in the head if you're standing up.
When I see videos like that, like when I like watching street fights and stuff, but when someone gets knocked out,
and they keep going at them,
and they kick them in the head, like it makes me want to throw up.
Yeah,
and it also makes me want to jump through the fucking screen
and then
just
kick that guy in the head.
Yeah, and that's what's so weird about it. Is it like it's so disgusting for me to think that someone would do that. It makes me want to do that to that person.
You have to think
like,
though.
How is that? That's a weird thing.
It's in that moment, like they want to kill that other person because of like the same reasoning you have for wanting to.
But most of the time, it's like a drunken brawl over something that's fucking ridiculous.
Sure.
That's like,
I can see that.
Hey, that was my bitch. No, that's my bitch. And then they start fucking swinging, and one guy knocks the guy out because he called him a pussy, and he kicks him in the head just for good measure because of that. You know what I mean? That's like 90% of them. And I'm sure like some of them are like legitimate. Like I've seen some where like there is some background to it, and it's like a guy goes and beats up some dude for like raping his sister or something, and he takes it too far, and I was like, good.
Did he verify that rape was real? Or?
I mean, like it doesn't matter. The guy probably deserved a beating or not.
Yeah, believe. I'm with her. Believe all women, right?
I mean, like the context of in the description was enough. I didn't have the court documents. Maybe there were, maybe there weren't. But if if you had a sister, somebody comes up and says, "Hey, this guy raped her," you might would just go beat the fucking shit out of her.
I wouldn't do that for my sister.
Well, I wasn't looking at you.
Yeah.
For a particular reason.
I'd be like, that's sketchy. She usually sleeps with everyone. So.
Which one? Both of them?
Yes.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah, but bring it, Rhonda.
You've been wanting to get in a fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see just you fight Ronda Rousey.
It would be.
I think she'd hurt me.
Yeah, the problem. It's just it
wouldn't be good. I don't have any fighting skills.
She would probably like dance around a little bit and then throw a kick into your head, and you wouldn't know what was happening, and just knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't know how to fight.
Yeah.
I would spar with her though, like in a heartbeat. Give me some headgear, mouthpiece, some gloves. I'll spar with anybody.
Yeah.
And
sparring,
I'll spar with Rhonda.
And she's a professional. Like she knows how to spar. And when you're sparring, like you give like I don't remember the actual like etiquette, but it's like 50% for punches and like 40% for kicks or something like that. Of your power. Like you don't.
But can I go 100% because I'm some jackass?
Sure. Yeah, they normally let you do that.
All right.
Like when Steve-O fought Cabbage, that big, giant, fat boxer.
You talking about Butterbean?
Butterbean.
Yeah.
I don't know why I called him Cabbage.
Cabbage.
There's a guy, I swear, that's like got that name that fought something, or I'm just straight up tripping.
It sounded right.
Yeah.
Man, I watched a Kimbo Slice UFC fight. That dude was a big boy.
Yeah.
And, like, some of those guys, man, they're so freaking strong. They get a hold of these guys, and they will just slam them.
Yeah. He died.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. How? Like 3 or 4 years ago. So,
heart attack or something?
Yeah. He had a lot of health problems, and he didn't do that well in the UFC because he was older when he went in, and he had so many knee injuries that
bad knees.
And they were all public because he was on The Ultimate Fighter, and he was
they'd
always
go for
hurting.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And every fight he would get into, they would just kick him in the like right there in that spot, and it just fucked him up. Like, and that's not that had nothing to do with his death, but like it kind of screwed up his UFC career. But he was such a good fighter. Like,
he won the one that I watched, and it makes
he
sense.
He did all right. Like, and he went pretty far, I think, in The Ultimate Fighter. Like,
yeah, he got beat by Roy Big Country Nelson.
Yeah, which he won.
Yeah, he won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, at least he got beat by the best guy.
Yeah. But yeah, he was a beast. I always loved him. I'm pretty sure he fought Dada 5000 and like kicked the shit out of him.
Probably.
And that guy was like, he started his own thing that was like the same thing as Kimbo Slice was doing, but like a little bit more organized. Where they were doing like setting up all types of boxing matches for people in the area and people coming from out of state coming there to fight and stuff, and like but he was just a street fighter, you know.
Have you seen how big Street Beefs has gotten?
I mean, like, a few months ago I watched a couple of their fights, but I don't know. I didn't notice any difference.
It's like they're not just in that dude's backyard anymore. Like, they do it all over the place now, and like sometimes the main guy, Scarface, not even there. Like, it's huge. It's gotten so much attention.
Yeah, I guess the videos I saw were
the
old.
fights are still not that great. You know what I mean? But like, it's really big. Like, good for them, though, you know.
There's like the same kind of a thing, but in Russia, that I've seen videos of, and there's this one guy that they call like the Wushu Master or something, and he looks like an Irish dude, but he's like Russian, I'm pretty sure. For a while I thought he was Irish because like he doesn't really talk, and some of the fights are just, the ring is hay bales and in like a warehouse, and they're like just fighting, you know what I mean? And the people are shouting stuff, and I can't understand, like, because it's in another language, but like I couldn't tell if it, like, it's so like much jumbled together that I couldn't tell what it was, and I was like, I think those are Irish accents. This guy looks Irish. They're chanting for him. I think he's Irish. And then I saw another one where I had seen and clearly known it was like all Russians, and then I saw him and like he said something and he's like speaking in Russian, but he like, they wear jeans. This is what's weird. Like he at least he does, but a lot of the guys do. And then in this one particular place, they have like an actual boxing ring style, and they fight on sand, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because like it's all MMA style, so you go to the ground and
just
roll
like
around.
It's gonna get all in your eyes,
and it's like thick sand, so it's like your footing isn't very solid. You know what I mean? But like this guy is like the Wushu Master, because like the Wushu style of fighting is basically like Muay Thai, but he just knocks the fuck out of people with like kicks. Like, he's so good and so fast, and it's so fun watching him fight because like he just dominates people. I mean, like, every fight I've ever seen him in, he's always winning. You know what I mean? Which, like, that might be
what's fun,
because that's why it's being posted or something. Right. But like, that shit's crazy though.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I used to love watching UFC fights all the time. Like, when's the last time you watched a UFC fight? You know what I mean?
I've been into it.
You stayed into it?
Yeah,
I watched
I didn't stay into it, but I've recently gotten back into it.
One of my buddies was telling me about the Khabib fight that just happened recently or whatever.
See, I need to check on that because I like him.
He's amazing, dude. like,
he's one of the best.
Fucking crazy. It's just weird how easy he makes it look and how he moves. It makes no sense how he can get.
It's because
in the positions he gets in.
It's because he's like, his main thing is wrestling, but he's like, you know, a lot of watching UFC over the years, like, you watch a lot of wrestlers and they're boring as hell to watch. Right. Because they hold people on the ground, they dominate.
He's like turned
the position, and they throw a couple of punches here and there, and then they win by decision. But he knows jiu-jitsu. He has power in his strikes, like major power, and he's an incredible wrestler. And so, like, with all of that combined, he dominates.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I've only seen that one fight, so I'm gonna go back and watch some more.
yeah.
I heard he was done. Like after that one, he's done. He's retiring.
Probably a good idea.
I think like his father passed away or something like that. He was like, I'm good.
That's one of the reasons I liked him, because like him and Conor had that big fight, and they were doing all that public bullshit where they're fighting each other and all this, and it was like, I hate Conor McGregor. Like, I respect him as a fighter because he's one of the best, but he's a terrible fucking person. And only
Why is he a terrible person? I don't know anything about.
Well, he is a fucking rapist for one thing, and
Caleb's all about these rapists, man.
Damn it!
listen,
believes this shit.
Is like legitimate, and Dana White, like, basically totally one of the last big fights that Conor McGregor had. I don't remember who he was fighting, but it went to decision. Conor lost the fucking fight, and they gave it to him because he's the money man, and Dana White protects him and does everything he can do to protect him because Conor McGregor brings in all the money. And he's just a fucking piece. He's an arrogant piece of shit. Like,
I don't like his attitude. Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with him.
I respect like where he came from, because he came from nothing and he was bullied and he fucking wanted to learn how to fight and all that shit to protect himself, and he, you know, was fucking poor in Ireland and then came out of it, and now he's fucking Conor McGregor. But now he's taken it too far, and he's just a fucking asshole. Like,
Yeah,
for
but
no reason.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I kind of like watching that stuff from people like that. Like,
I mean, it's entertaining.
Jordan's arrogant, and I love watching him.
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but like, that's a little different, and
It does seem different.
He might be arrogant, but he's not like an asshole. He doesn't like jump into people's faces and go, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'll fucking kill you, you fucking piece of shit." You know what I mean? That's Conor McGregor. Like, he's like.
But is he talking to the people that he's fighting? Like, or is this just the guy on the street?
He's done it to lots of people.
I think like if you were just at the bar with him and you looked at him sideways, he'd do that.
He got arrested for like throwing champagne bottles at people or something like that. Like, he got arrested for like assault on some random people that he was like out in public.
I saw him hit like an old man at a bar.
Yeah,
this is like an old man.
Yeah, and he's still just fighting and it's fine. And you know, he's the champ. I don't know if he's the champion, but he's Dana White's champion. He's his golden goose.
Khabib beat him though.
He did beat him.
Khabib's the champion in that weight class now.
Yeah, he did beat him, but Connor's bounces back and forth.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think it was Cowboy Cerrone is who he fought, and Cowboy beat him, but they gave it to
Conor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But I haven't looked into that. Austin was telling me about the whole rape thing, but when Austin looks into something like that and says Conor McGregor raped a girl, and
he probably
they're kind of doing this to like,
he's not like us. He actually looks into things better.
Yeah. Yeah. I hold a little bit more faith in it.
I just don't really. To me, when it's somebody like that, like, I don't understand the motivation for doing something like that.
Well, here's the thing. I think that some people like that, not all of them, but I think that they, especially people like him who came from nothing, and then all of a sudden he's got all this money, all this power, all this notoriety. His fucking nickname is the notorious Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Like, he thinks that everyone should bow down to him and do everything he wants. So if he like is chatting up a girl, talking to a girl, and then starts to try to do things, and she is like, no, he's the type of guy who's going to be like, no, I want you. I'm going to take what I want. Because that's what he's been doing his whole life. That's how he got to where he's at. He took what he wanted, and that was a good thing for him to do it that way. But I think when guys like that, they get that power and it goes to their head, and they just are like, no.
Like Trump, grab him by the pussy.
Yeah. No, that's actually like, I think Trump probably did rape, like, essentially like children, but that whole grab him by the pussy statement is completely innocent in my mind. Like, I think it's like,
I think so, doesn't matter. He lost.
It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's definitely like locker room talk. It's not like something that you would want to just say to the public, but like what he said wasn't like sexual harassment or rape or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like the context of what he said.
Yeah.
Within that
because
whole
when
thing.
he's saying like they want you to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
And there are tons of women that want that. And not all of them, but there are plenty.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
So imagine that extra step.
I mean, basically the moral of the story is just go to a bar, start grabbing women by the pussy, and see which one is okay with it.
There you go.
Just kidding. Please do not do that.
You do whatever you want. Pay the consequences for it.
But you can do whatever you want, but not on my direction, because I am not encouraging anyone to actually do that. Maybe just a little.
I don't know why Jason drinks Diet Mountain Dew. It's so, I hate you for it.
I've been drinking diet stuff for so long I can't. Like if I drink a regular one, it's just like too sweet.
Aspartame is bad for you.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure fucking Coke regular isn't good for you either.
No, it's not. It's
high
terrible.
fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
It's a myth. That shit's awesome for you. Don't look that up. Just believe me.
Don't look anything we say up.
But I used to, like, when I was a kid, loved Coke, Dr. Pepper, like, regular stuff, and now I just can't. Like, it's nasty to me.
That's wild, because that shit right there, that diet bullshit, is the worst thing I've ever had to drink in my life. Like, I'd rather just swallow spit.
It's hard. I can drink a Diet Coke, but it's rough.
It's horrible. It's the aftertaste. Like, you get done drinking it.
It's the aspartame.
And it just stays there. This horrible.
Aspartame. I don't know if I'm saying that
I think
right.
that's right.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
That's what it is, though, because like I've had other stuff that isn't like Diet Cokes that has aspartame in it.
Same.
And it leaves that same aftertaste.
Like what?
Like there are like other kinds of off-brand sugars, like Sweet and Low, I think is one. That's just aspartame.
Dude.
And putting it in coffee, same exact like gross aftertaste.
Like, have y'all ever tried any of that Crystal Light stuff?
Yeah,
I think so.
Like, I think that has aspartame in it, but it does not.
I think
Still got a weird
the
aftertaste.
fruitiness and the artificial flavors they pack into it just covers it.
Because
I like
though.
those. Maybe not 100%, but now there's like
leaves
stevia,
weird.
which is like stevia is like a plant, I think, and it's like a natural sweetener.
It tastes
And
weird, but it doesn't taste like that.
It almost tastes exactly the same,
No.
but it's not quite as bad.
It doesn't
like-
leave that weird aftertaste. It tastes
It's like
weird,
manageable.
but yeah. Anyways, man,
They
we're
should-
fucking
they should put
boring.
that
I'm
in
talking about
talking
diet,
about Diet Coke.
fucking Coke. Jeez,
We don't know about anything else.
you're definitely the most fit man I've ever seen drinking a Diet Coke.
What?
Every person I've ever seen drinking Diet anything, they're like 400 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
I wonder why they do it.
They think it's working. And I guess it's gonna get me off of it.
They're like,
I'm shedding the pounds, just knocking
I'm on a
back
diet.
Diet Mountain Dews.
I'm drinking Diet Coke. It means you're on a diet, right?
Yeah.
I can
Cheeseburgers
keep
and
eating my
Diet
regular
Cokes.
food. Yeah, I just get a Diet Coke. So it's a
Cheeseburgers
little
aren't bad
better.
for you though. Why? Like,
Yeah. Just meat.
McDonald's
It's meat.
cheeseburgers are bad for you.
I guess. I watched a video of a kid who's been eating macaroni and cheese for 17 years straight.
Was it Greg Hill?
I love how we just throw names out.
I don't give a shit.
Look him
We
up.
got 4 people.
Look up old Greg Hill. Big old goof. There's a picture of me. My dad sent me. And if we had video, you guys could see it.
Yeah,
But you won't be able to.
he sent that to me, and it was weird that he didn't send it to us in a group message.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he didn't because I actually got to see it. Look at that. Look at him back there. He just... What's wrong with that guy?
I don't know.
Tourette's.
God, I'm just going all after it.
I mean, I was just saying like that. You asked a question.
Yeah, but I
It's
know
a
some other
fact.
people
Like,
with Tourette's, and they don't act like that.
I don't think that's like necessarily like a bad thing, but that's that's what he has. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I'm not a liar, okay? Can't help it.
Well, does anybody have anything else besides making fun of Greg?
No, I'm done.
Caleb, anything you want to discuss? You know what we should do for this? Y'all both watched that Natural Law thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember in the middle of it where he's like talking about these 2 books? He's like, these are the most important books. If every other book burns, we need these 2 or whatever. So there's one that's readily available. The other one, I know you guys have talked about it because you're like, Jason's rich, he should buy this for us.
Yeah,
the cheapest one I can find online is $500, but I found a place where you can download the PDF for like $9.
Really?
So I can do that and then
print them off.
Print them off, make copies. Yeah.
Nice.
And then we can sell them for $900.
Caleb's like, I don't want to read it. I just want to sell them at a discounted price.
A discount, and he went up $400.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, like, if we're like, if there's only one other one, basically, it's going to be supply and demand. We got to raise the price.
That would be awesome. Let's do that.
Because he says it's the most important book.
I thought the Bible was.
Not to Passio.
He's probably going to hell. On that note, you guys done? We're good?
I got nothing, man.
All right. We'll be back next week, hopefully with old St. Clair.